Justin Bieber's love life has always been a hot topic, and even today, it feels like things are still tangled. He married Hailey just a few months after his final split from Selena Gomez, but many fans believe he never fully let go of Selena. Yes, the wedding happened, vows were exchanged, rings were on their fingers, but something still feels unfinished. Over the years, people have pointed out emotional lyrics, awkward interviews, and strange moments between Justin and Hailey that hint his heart might still be tied to the past. So let's look at every clue, every emotional performance, every social media post that's made fans wonder, is Justin still hung up on Selena? This story isn't just another celebrity drama. Justin and Selena's relationship was a cultural moment. It wasn't just romance. It was a love story millions of people felt connected to. They started dating in 2010 as teenagers, instantly becoming one of the most talked about couples in Hollywood. Whether it was red carpet events, fun days at theme parks, or sitting courtside at basketball games, they were everywhere. Fans adored them, created fan accounts, made countless edits with emotional songs, and even came up with a name for them, Jelena. But behind the perfect photos, their love life was far from simple. From 2012 to 2014, things became rocky. They kept breaking up and getting back together, leaving everyone guessing what was really going on. Social media was filled with cryptic posts, emotional captions, and interviews where it was clear there was tension. Despite everything, every time they were seen together again, fans lost their minds with excitement. But even the most loyal supporters couldn't ignore the cracks. Rumors started swirling. Selena quietly entered rehab for emotional health, while Justin was caught up in a whirlwind of partying, controversies, and bad press. No matter how messy things got, something always pulled them back to each other, as if they couldn't let go. Their emotions spilled into their music. In 2014, Selena released The Heart Wants What It Wants, a heartbreaking song where she literally cried in the video, confessing she couldn't leave a love that hurt so much. Shortly after, Justin came out with Sorry, What Do You Mean, and Where Are You Now, songs full of regret and longing. Fans had no doubt they were about Selena. It felt like their music was telling a story that neither of them could say out loud. Fast forward to 2017, and against all odds, they were spotted together again. They went biking, attended church services, and were caught kissing, sparking hope that they were finally ready to make their love work. But just months later, it all crumbled once again. This time, it seemed like the final chapter in their long and complicated history. Then came the real shocker. Justin didn't just move on, he moved on faster than anyone expected. In March 2018, he and Selena ended things for good. Good. By June, he was publicly seen with Hailey, an old flame from his past. It started with simple hangouts, holding hands, kissing in public, and then, suddenly, by July they were engaged. Just weeks after rekindling things, Justin had a ring on Hailey's finger. The speed of it all left fans stunned. How could someone go from a years-long emotional roller coaster with Selena to engaged within months of breaking up? The internet couldn't stop speculating. Was it true love or a way to fill the void Selena left behind? By September, they were married. Less than 6 months after the final split with Selena, Justin was a husband. Fans were shocked. One day, he was sharing moments with Selena, and the next, he was saying I do to someone else. Many people felt the whole thing was rushed. Was Justin trying to prove something to himself, to Selena, or to the world? Nobody knew for sure. But it didn't stop endless discussions online. Even Hailey herself admitted that their first year of marriage was far from a fairy tale. She spoke about how hard it was. Justin was dealing with personal struggles, they both faced trust issues, and the constant comparisons to Selena made everything worse. Every photo, every public appearance was scrutinized. If Justin ever looked sad or distracted, fans instantly said it was because he missed Selena. It was like their marriage was haunted by his past relationship, no matter how hard they tried to escape it. Now, this isn't to say Justin doesn't love Hailey, but the timing, the whirlwind engagement, and the lingering questions about his feelings made people wonder if he rushed into marriage for the wrong reasons. Maybe he was running from heartbreak, guilt, or memories he couldn't erase. Whatever the truth, That quick wedding started years of speculation, with many convinced the chapter with Selena never really closed. Since then, fans have analyzed Justin's every move, especially his music. Some of his most emotional tracks feel too personal to ignore. Take Ghost, for example, where he sings, "If I can't be close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you." Listeners immediately thought of Selena. It felt like a direct message to someone he lost but couldn't forget. Then there's Anyone, a seemingly sweet love song, but on closer listen, it feels like someone trying hard to convince himself he's moved on, like he's clinging to the idea of new love while still haunted by the old one. And Lonely takes vulnerability to another level, as he opens up about how fame left him feeling isolated and misunderstood, a feeling fans tied to the emotional chaos of his relationship with Selena. These songs felt less like music and more like diary entries, confessions of a man who never really healed. And it wasn't just in the lyrics. There were moments in interviews, public appearances, and performances where Justin's emotions seemed to spill over, making wonder if Selena still had a place in his heart. Justin Bieber's emotional struggles have played out in public more than once. He's broken down on stage, not just shedding a few tears, but visibly overwhelmed. One moment that spread online like wildfire showed him walking down the street when a paparazzi shouted a question. He snapped, saying, "You don't know what she put me through." He didn't mention Selena by name, but fans didn't need confirmation. The pain in his voice said everything. What left people even more confused were his posts about the past. After marrying Hailey, Justin shared old photos with Selena on multiple occasions. The captions were emotional, not casual throwbacks. It made fans question his motives. Why revisit memories of an ex if you're happily married? Was there something unresolved? Social media added more fuel to the fire. Justin liked fan edits and sad breakup videos about him and Selena, whether by accident or not. Screenshots spread everywhere, and the internet ran wild with speculation. At one point, he even replied to a fan page comparing Selena and Hailey. Though he defended Hailey, the fact that he engaged with it at all made people wonder. Was he still too emotionally tangled up in the past? Then there's the way Justin and Hailey appear together in public. Countless videos show him walking ahead of her, not holding hands, barely interacting. Meanwhile, Hailey often looks tense, especially when Selena's name comes up. One unforgettable moment was the Met Gala, where the crowd started chanting "Selena" as they walked the red carpet. Hailey forced a smile, clearly shaken, while Justin said nothing. That silence spoke volumes. Fans keep comparing how Justin was with Selena versus how he is with Hailey. The playful hugs, the laughter, the gentle moments with Selena, now replaced with a distant, colder vibe in his marriage. Maybe Justin's changed as a person. Maybe he loves differently now. But between the emotional songs, public breakdowns, and awkward moments, many still question whether part of his heart remains with Selena. Sometimes love doesn't just fade. Sometimes it lingers, like a shadow you can't escape. Selena, on the other hand, chose a different path after their final breakup in 2018. She disappeared from the spotlight for a while, returning with a calmer, more centered energy. She launched Rare Beauty, not just a makeup line, but a brand built on self-worth and mental health. It became a safe space for healing and confidence, both for her and for millions of fans. Her music reflected this change. Lose You to Love Me wasn't a typical breakup track. The lyrics were raw and empowering, a clear message that she had to let go of Justin to find herself again. The song resonated worldwide, marking what felt like true closure. Later, her documentary, My Mind and Me, revealed how much she had battled behind the scenes. Anxiety, depression, emotional scars that took years to mend. She didn't name names, but everyone knew the heartbreak she endured. What stood out most was Selena's dignity. She never dragged Hailey into the drama. No shady comments, no public feuds. While fans and tabloids kept comparing them, Selena stayed quiet, focusing on growth instead of gossip. That quiet strength is one reason why people still root for her today. She turned pain into something powerful. Hailey's side of the story isn't easy either. She stepped into a relationship haunted by a decade-long love story that wasn't hers. Since marrying Justin, she's endured constant online hate, people flooding her comments with Selena's name, accusing her of being the reason Jelena ended. In interviews, Hailey admitted that both she and Justin were still carrying baggage from their past relationships when they got married. That's a heavy burden for any marriage, let alone one under a microscope. There was one rare moment of peace when Selena and Hailey followed each other on Instagram. Fans called it the silence campaign, a quiet gesture of maturity, signaling they didn't want drama anymore. But it didn't stop the comparisons or rumors. Some believe Hailey is jealous. Others think she's just exhausted from always being measured against someone else. Either way, no one deserves that kind of pressure. So, is Justin Bieber truly over Selena Gomez? The music, emotional moments, and lingering memories suggest otherwise. Maybe he's still trying to heal from a love that was too big, too public, and too complicated to forget. Love like that doesn't vanish overnight. Perhaps he's moved on in many ways, but a piece of his heart might always wonder what could have been. What do you think? Has Justin really let go of Selena, or is Hailey living in a shadow she never asked for? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into Hollywood's most complicated love stories. There's always another one unfolding.